Hello fellow chefs. Cookers? Choppers. I think we'll go with choppers for today's level since we won't actually be cooking anything. Hi choppers, thanks for joining me again as we play some single-player Overcooked 2, The Unbread Have Risen on the Nintendo Switch. If you're new here, hi, I'm Katie, and I'll be taking you through each of the levels showing you my tips, tricks, and strategies for breezing through 3 stars. Let's get cooking! So this is the first official level, 1-1. We'll need 240 points for 3 stars. Think we can do it? This level focuses on chopping, like the tutorial, but this time you get to chop some tasty fish and shrimp. You'll notice the fish is on the left side and the shrimp is on the right, along with the delivery window. Right away we're given 2 meals, 1 fish, 1 shrimp. Since fish is the first meal ordered, I start prepping it first before moving my second chef to the shrimp. Once they're comfortably chopping, I switch back so that I can plate and deliver the chopped fish. This will be one of the only times where my left chef delivers food, and that's only because of the placement of the starting plate. My basic strategy for this level is to have my left chef stay on the left side of the kitchen as much as possible. Likewise, my right chef will remain on the right. Lefty has an easy job and will be in charge of chopping the fish. Righty, on the other hand, will chop shrimp, plate meals, and deliver them. Clean plates are restocked next to the delivery window, which is why it's efficient for Righty to plate and deliver. I'm sure you've already noticed, but in order to keep Lefty on the left, we like to initiate a one-way food fight where we do our best to peg Righty with some raw fish. Make sure to take a few steps or one quick boost towards the center of the kitchen before throwing the food to ensure that all Righty has to do is turn and pick it up. Do be careful not to actually hit Righty, if possible, because this can interrupt the chopping, in which case you'd have to swap back and resume the chops. Don't be afraid to stop a chef mid-chop. Sometimes it's more important to deliver a meal than to finish chopping. You can always go back to it. Think of chopping as a simple way to fill in the time where you would have otherwise just been standing around. Also as a tip, if both chefs are chopping at the same time, I like to swap to the chef that is going to finish first, indicated by the green progress bar over the food. That way I'm always ready to go as soon as they are finished. Remember, it's important to serve meals in order to maintain your tip multiplier. Even though we may have multiple shrimp meals in a row, Lefty will most likely be found still chopping fish. Although it may not seem like it, this is still an effective move since we're likely to have more fish meals ordered in the future. Plus it saves all the time that we would have spent tossing shrimp back and forth. I mentioned in my last video that I sometimes like to have my chefs prepare and chop foods before they're necessarily needed. This level is a great example of that. Since we have 2 choppers and only 2 things we need to chop, we don't really need to think about the order as long as each chef is still chopping their assigned fishy fish. Keeping chefs designated to an area isn't always the best strategy because it can cause a lot of wasted time standing around. However, with this simple little kitchen and straightforward objective, I found it helps the kitchen stay clean and my mind stay clear. Our chefs have been able to remain on their respective sides for the majority of the level, but as the timer starts to run out, we can see that the remaining orders are not solely fish. So in order to let Righty keep chopping shrimp, Lefty has to take on the responsibility of plating and delivering the fish. Once Lefty has plated 2 fish, they'll stand waiting for delivery since, as we know, delivering it early would remove our tip multiplier. For the very last meal, we do break the order sequence by delivering a shrimp instead of a fish since we physically cannot deliver any other meals. The removal of the tip multiplier doesn't matter since we're done. Woohoo! Nice job, choppers! We delivered 25 orders of raw seafood for 500 points, had a whopping 728 tips, and 0 orders failed for a total of 1,228 points. If you found this useful, make sure to check out the rest of the series where I tackle all of the other levels. Until next time, bye!